So in this slide, the question is asking you to use the tiles over here to the right to complete the square and write the expression in the field below. So our expression here in standard form is x squared plus 2x plus 7. Hopefully you watched the video above, and we're doing the exact same things. We're just going to actually click on these tiles and move them. I'm going to start with my x squared tile, which is this green tile, and I'm clicking on it and I'm going to go ahead and move it right over there. So I'll start with that. I've got my x squared, and then I've got two x's, and I know that these yellow tiles are my x tiles. They're my x times 1, right? So I'm going to go ahead. I have two of them, and I'm going to move them over. Now, this is kind of a common mistake. If you look, I've got my two x's, I've got my two tiles, but this is not looking much like a square. My job is to complete the square. So I want my diagram and where I'm placing my tiles to make a square. And this is making a rectangle. So in order to do that, I really want to take my x's and divide them evenly so I have an even amount to the right side and an even amount on the bottom. So I have two x's, but I have one to the right and one on the bottom. That's going to give me a picture that looks like it's actually going to make a square. So here I have plus 7. So I have 7 1-by-1 tiles. Well, if I start moving them, I'm going to move one over here. And just from that one tile, I have a square. I have completed the square essentially, but I still have to continue to put these 7 tiles here. But 6 of them don't really fit to make that square. So I'm just kind of gonna leave them out here. They're kind of just extra pieces. They're definitely part of my expression, but they are leftover from kind of what I needed to complete this square here. So now I'm going to actually make the equation. And in order to make the equation, the first thing I really want to do is figure out what the dimensions are for the square that I made. So this times this is the dimensions of my square. And I know that this is my x squared tile, my x times x. So I'm going to have an x here, an x plus what? So I'm just clicking on that. I'm just typing in the box. And what do I have here? Well, I have my x block, my x times 1. So right here, it's just plus 1. I'm going to go ahead and put plus 1. And here it's the same thing. I have an x plus and just 1. So if I look, my dimensions of my square are x plus 1 times x plus 1. I can rewrite that down here as, and I'm going to click just right in this little section, as x plus 1 squared, right? X plus 1 times x plus 1 is the same as x plus 1 squared. Now, what do I do about these extra blocks out here? Well, I'm going to click here, and because they're extra, I'm going to go ahead and say plus 6. So this expression rewritten in vertex form or shown by my algebra tiles is x plus 1 squared plus 6. Okay, hopefully you could follow that. Go back and watch the video if you need to complete the 3 tiles on your slides, and good luck.